Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Beyond the Dream. This is your Caribbean programming highlighting the success stories of Caribbean immigrants in the United States. I'm your host, Kristen King. My guest in studio is Kadian Williams, a native Jamaican who has served in the United States Navy for 6 years. A final year student at the San Francisco State University, Kadian is a microbiologist major. Hi, Katie. Welcome
Hi,
to the
how are you?
program.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So, what was your experience growing up in Jamaica?
My experience in Jamaica was a lot of fun. In Jamaica, there's more room to play. School was fun. I grew up in a very conservative community and conservative household, so a lot of my friends were church friends, and they go to my same school. So my experience in Jamaica was a lot of fun. It was a lot of It was very relaxing and easygoing.
All right, so you came to the United States at 10 years old.
Yes.
Tell me about that transition coming here.
It was hard. It was difficult for me to transition from Jamaica to America because, one, it was hard to find people that were relatable as far as kids. So I used to get mocked or as a kid because of my accent. It was a culture shock for me because in Jamaica, we have trees and all these things. I come to America and it was buildings and lights. So it was an adjustment as far as that. I feel like I was very bored in school because my education was advanced compared to when I came to America. So that was an adjustment for me as well, just having to take home homework and stuff like that. But other than that, it was good.
Oh, interesting. And I would like to also know so you came to Jamaica, you came here at 10 and you adjusted based on, you were saying that it was a transition period for you.
Right.
But I wanted to know what influenced you to join the Navy because you're Jamaican, you're going to serve another country. How did that affect you initially?
So I grew up, the household that I was into when I came to America was with my mom and my stepdad. And my stepdad was in the Navy, and growing up, I heard a lot of the stories that my stepdad talked about, and I was just fascinated by it. I also knew that my parents were wasn't able to afford my education, so I also decided to join the military for that reason too. So, and I wanted to get away from home, so so. My mom gave me the option of going to school and get a job, so I joined the military and got a job. So,
how was that 6 years experience?
It was a blast. I had a great experience in the Navy. I traveled all over the world. I got to it was a place where I could act crazy but still restricted because I came from such a conservative Christian home. I was very sheltered, so joining the military was, one, a culture shock, and two, it allowed me to wild out, like they would say, but still with restriction, because if you get in trouble in the military, it's kind of harsher than in the civilian world.
Right.
So, and it also caused me to grow up because your task, your job in your field or whatever job you're doing in the military, you are responsible for someone's life. So it caused me to grow up as well. So I had a great time.
You had a great time.
Yes.
Was there any instances in the military where you had to rely or to draw back to your Jamaican culture or to your Caribbean roots?
I don't think so, because one of the things I appreciate about the military, it was so diverse. You got to meet other ethnicity, and so it just teach you how to blend well with everyone. I really had a great experience in the military, so it's hard for me to think of something bad to say. The only reason I got out is to further my education, because it's kind of hard to go to school and do the military. But I feel like I was able to be a Jamaican and an American all at once in the military, because it's such a diverse community.
All right, awesome. And I think this is going to wrap it up. I have another question for you. So you are a microbiologist major, right?
Yes.
And you're in your final semester.
Yes.
Tell me about that. So you were in the Navy, and now you're in microbiology. We're wrapping up now.
So yes, I was in the military. I was a jet mechanic in the military, and I got out and became a microbiologist. That was two different fields. But I got tired of doing what I did in the military, and I like viruses. I'm really fascinated with the HIV virus, the ability for it to manipulate and do its own thing. So that's what drew me to that field.
Well, I'm glad to have you here, Kaden. Thanks for joining us. And viewers, thanks for tuning in to Beyond the Dream. I am Kristen King, and we are really appreciative of having Kaden Williams with us today. Have a great afternoon. Stay tuned in.